Watch us live on Facebook, on Twitter, and from the past to the present. Experience quality radio on Radio 𝙀𝙧
Jesse's Edition Show.
Right here
by 𝙀𝙧𝙊𝙍𝙀𝙗.
on your one and only station.
And the one and only station is, of course, Radio on 99.2 FM in Stuttgart, Germany, to all over the world. Welcome to my show, the Jesse's Edition Show, with my humble self, 𝙀𝙧𝙊𝙍𝙀𝙗, live here for everybody who joins my show for the very first time. On this weekly show, every Thursday from 6 to 7, we talk about one specific music genre each week. We talk about the history, musical characteristics, and of course, I'm about to deliver you the hottest beats of that certain music style. And today's Jesse's Edition Show is a bit special because the one half is all about the hottest beats in amapiano sounds, but the next half is about a very interesting, unique festival, which is, or like event, which is coming to Stuttgart next week. It's the African Open Mic Night, and we have to talk about it because they are still looking for artists. So to all our artists who are locals here in Stuttgart or nearby, stay tuned because this is getting interesting for you. But let's start first with some hot beats. Amapiano, I mean, no one can resist. No one can escape from amapiano because since 2012, that music genre coming from South Africa is in everybody's ears. Everyone is talking about it. Other artists from Europe are using it already. I mean, there are discussions about it, if this is ethnically correct or not. I'm a bit biased. I'm a bit like, I really can't decide on that one. To be straight honest with you, but this is not the subject. The subject is amapiano, where it come from, actually, and that is South Africa. The genre's name, amapiano, is actually from the Zulu language and stands for the pianos. And it's a mixture from, of deep house, jazz, lounge music, and musical characteristics are synth sounds, high-pitched piano melodies. That is very significant, and that's also where the name comes from. But also the wide bass lines, which are very similar to kwaito music. And, of course, the low-tempo 90s South African house rhythms. There's actually still a debate going on where amapiano actually comes from. I mean, some people say it's from Alexandra. Some people say it's from Soweto, but we can definitely say it's from the townships of Johannesburg coming from. But enough talk. It's not a history lesson, right? So let's go straight to music. And of course, he can't be missed out. He's one of the biggest names in amapiano music, vocalistic. And we are playing the latest collaboration with EQ and Tamati and 𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙀. So enjoy this one. We are just getting, even I have to get in motion first. So let's go straight to it. The hottest beats in amapiano music on this week's Jesse's Edition Show. This is for you. Vocalistic, EQ and Tamati with 𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙀, Here we go. Vocalistic, coming up, mass music as well. So stay tuned. This is your favorite African station, Radio on 99.2 FM in Stuttgart, Germany, to all over the world. This is yours, 𝙀𝙧𝙊𝙍𝙀𝙗. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my girls out there, wherever you're listening or watching from, you are feeling this. Hannah Montana by 𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙀, her latest hit single, the hottest beats in amapiano music tonight. This goes out to all my hardworking ladies out there. I don't know if you're still at work. Better don't twerk on the desk right now if you're still at work. Even that song really can make you, right? Hannah Montana. It's really, really catchy, but girls don't. We gotta get paid by the end of the month. Yeah, enough twerking, ladies. We go back to mass music and 𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙀 featuring 𝘼𝙂 and Young Stunner, the hottest beats in amapiano tonight.
Jesse's Edition Show.
Right here
by 𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙀
on your one and only station.
But guys, feel free. You know how to contact us throughout our website. We are available on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. You have no excuse. You know how to get in contact with us. But let's go back to business. I told you before, this week's Jesse's Edition shows are all about the hottest beats in amapiano music, but that genre has to share the stage with two amazing, very charismatic ladies who have a lot to offer and a lot of great ideas in their heads, and they want to share it. And they actually brought an event to life, which is taking place in Stuttgart next week, the African Open Mic Night. I don't want to introduce them. I think they should introduce themselves. Very happy that you are here, Malaika and Iyad. Girls, the stage is yours. Tell me what this is all about. Introduce yourself. What can we expect? I have 50 questions in my head, but you should start first.
Yeah, my name is Malaika, and yes, I'm one of the organizers now of the African Open Mic in Stuttgart. So I'm very happy to be here, but I'm missing my two girls around me, Samira and Muna. That
Imagine them on your shoulders,
organize
like devil
with
and
me.
angel.
I just want to credit them and give them also like
shout outs.
Yeah, some shine. Huh?
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
Yes, but I'm very happy to also introduce 𝙁𝙗𝙗, who is here with me now, because we also like to do things together, and she invited us with the African Open Mic to one great idea that she had, that she can explain herself now.
Yeah, my name is 𝙁𝙗𝙗, and I'm organizing the Empower to Decolonize Festival with other people. And and then talking about the festival, it was like, okay, what can we do? And with the African Open Mic team, we came to the idea that we can start the festival on Friday with the African Open Mic. That's how the connection starts. But before it was through 𝙎𝑗, yeah, mainly. And that's it. Like the Empower to Decolonize Festival. It's everything in the Wagenhallen, 3 days. It begins with the African Open Mic, then Saturday and Sunday with workshops.
Great.
Artists, after show party. We have a catwalk. We have
Ooh.
beer pong tables. we
Okay.
have some fun to do, some crazy.
And of course you have food. Sorry, I have to mention that because
Yes.
Kanida I was like, okay, are we be there? And he's like, there is food. I will be there.
Nice. Yeah, there will be a good food.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We are always down for food. Kanida
And a
and I are
party
always
even
down for
after
food.
the African Open Mic Night.
Yeah.
You will have even like DJ who is there again?
DJ Afropunk and DJ 𝙀𝙐𝙍𝙬𝙀.
Okay, but I mean, like I said, I have 50 questions. I have to organize everything in my brain now, what to ask first. But the first thing is, I would like to ask, what was the idea behind it? I mean, there are a lot of open mics shows here in Stuttgart sometimes about comedy. We have different kind of versions. But what was your specific idea behind the open mic night? Like you said, it's like the beginning of the whole festival. It's a very smooth start, how I think, because everyone can come and join the stage. But what was your idea behind it?
In general of the African Open Mic,
Yeah.
I must say it's like a real community initiated event that evolves by the time, and also sometimes stagnates and then builds itself in different ways, and name changes sometimes a bit and things like that, depending on which team is right now there. So it's kind of like, I have to mention the 𝙎𝑗 Stuttgart again. It's Initiative Schwarze Menschen in Deutschland, which is a very old Verein that we have in Germany for black people. And we just like, it happened because the 𝙎𝑗 Stuttgart was rekindled again in Stuttgart years ago. I haven't been even involved in that.
Yeah.
And we're just carrying on the torch. And for me, I went there for as an artist. I just took my guitar, played, and even for the first time, just did some poems and stuff like that. And for me, it was like a great thing. I would never miss it. I always came there.
Guys, you heard it.
Yes, and it was just always a great experience to be amongst so many black people. We are so different anyway, so you cannot just say black is African, black is this, black is that, but it was just empowering.
We mentioned that so many times. I remember Kanida when we were at that restaurant. I mean, like African restaurant. It's just like stupid to say because Africa is a whole continent. It's like to say a European restaurant. well, is it Italian? Is it German? Is it French? Like what, you know? And there is definitely a difference when it's up to music, culture, you know, characters, even look, everything. And I'm really, really looking forward to be there as well. And like I said before, we have spoken words. We have artists there who are making music. We have poetry. We have dance performances, and like an open stage, everyone can join. So you guys are still looking for artists to perform, or
First
it's
of all, that anyone can join is not really true,
Okay.
because it was true, kind of. Invited were mostly black people,
Yeah.
and they could also come with their white spouses, for example,
Yeah.
family, friends. But we were talking a lot about safer spaces, and how it is empowering to be just in a space where you can feel completely free. And yeah, so the last time we did the African open mic, we really said, okay, we will have a safer space for black people,
Yeah.
including BIPOC friends. So that means white people we are not inviting, which is, of course, I find a courageous move, but also a statement that
Yeah.
we are just, I mean, we make like an experiment with that, also
Yeah.
to see how does it work, does it bring friction, what is happening with that. So that is also like something that is kind of new right now,
Yeah.
but nice. And we can, of course, not always guarantee that it will be 100% black people, because where do you draw the line?
Absolutely.
It's not always easy to also find that out.
Yeah.
And so that is
But it-
something I have to mention very clearly.
Yeah, and I mean it's a try, some kind of experience right now, and what I think is really, really interesting, especially talking about safe place. What do you ladies? I mean, you are experiencing so much, not just personally, but also in the whole planning of the event. What do you think? What has to change from here? What has been accomplished yet, and what has to go further in the future? Talking about safe space.
Safer space.
Safer.
because safe you
Like,
can
I mean,
never-
we're never safe, but I mean, especially people of color, to be more correct here. What do you think has to change to give you a safer place? I know it's a deep question for a fun show like the Jesse's Edition show, but you know, I'm not into small talk.
That's good. So, do you want to say something?
Yeah, I can say something about safer spaces. I would define a safer space for me, especially for me, a place where I can talk or have people around me that have mostly the same experience or have an understanding about my feelings, that I don't have to explain what is happening or why I feel right now, how I feel right now. That's one thing. And I think it's mostly, for me, in my case, it's mostly possible in, for example, Black Women Connection or the Eritrean group. That's something, or the groups where I can identify with.
Yeah. Do you have something to add?
Now I forgot the question.
Like, what has to change to feel safer here, to get more safe space?
Yeah. I can say something.
Especially when it's up to events also.
Yes.
No, event planning.
The thing is, like, with events, people think it's like öffentlich, like public. Like, for example, open mic. Why is an open mic which has the word open in it
Yeah.
not public for everyone? Why are we excluded? But the thing is, it's not really like that. It's just like to strengthen something inside of us. And it doesn't mean that we're automatically weak or something, but that we just strengthen each other by being in each other's presence.
Yeah.
And hearing what we have to say, what we express artistically, which is also very liberating. And also, like what I found out in the African open mic last time, it was very good to see so many young talents that never did anything on stage. They felt free enough to say, hey, I want to have a slot, but please don't share my video or something. But they were doing something for the first time, and felt more like in a safer environment. And then maybe when you go out, and also what I experienced, when you go out, you feel like you have
The back,
people that have
They
your
have your
back,
back.
and you feel more courageous.
Yeah.
So it can just bring like a development, personal development also, and
Yeah.
for us as a people,
To come together.
to come together and also bridge our differences we have and get to know each other better. So that's
So there is still the possibility for artists to get in contact with you and
yes.
ask if they could share the stage with you.
Yes, and most of our communications goes through Instagram. So that means African Open Mic Stuttgart. It is.
African Open Mic, get on Instagram, guys. I mean, we
Yes.
are living in 2023. I don't think I have to explain to you how that works. So, to all the artists out there who are from African descent or just want to share their story on stage, get in contact with these ladies. There are still open slots, how I understood, right?
Yes.
And yeah, we go on with a bit of music and then we go on talking about the whole project, which I think is really, really interesting, especially for the African community. For me, as a white woman, it's very interesting to get a better side, a better view on the whole subject. And I'm really looking forward to keep on talking about that amazing project, which should be really supported here. And not only on our radio station, Radio R, of course, but way more around everywhere. So
Thank you.
yeah, of course. No, I really mean this. And you guys know me, I never bite my tongue and I always say what I'm feeling. Everything which is laying on my tongue has to come out, literally. If it's good or bad, doesn't matter. So I really mean this, and this comes from my heart. And we go on talking about the African Open Mic Night. After these two songs, I have Lady Do and Ricardo Banks and Oyini. And the other song was, I'm sorry, I have to look that up. It's Konke Clay and Shima Sam. To all my ladies and gentlemen, welcome on this week's Jazz Edition show. All about Amapiano and, of course, that event of the month, let me say, the African Open Mic Night in Stuttgart, Germany, next week on Friday. And I have the organizers here, right here with me, Nihat and Malaika, and we have to talk about it a little bit more. Ladies, just tell me, I mean, I know you are organizing so many different events. How do you girls get inspired? What was like, okay, we have to do something new, which wasn't here before? What was your biggest inspiration?
Okay, as I said, my inspiration was that someone started it. I think it was called the Open Mic for People of African Descent. I might say it wrong. You can check it up online. But the thing is, it has been started, and I was mentioning the word spark before, and it was one spark that I was attracted to, and I'm like, I just got hooked, you know. And then the ideas start developing, and you see like maybe a bigger picture. Because like I must say, when it started, when I first visited the first times, it was in the 𝙀𝙧𝙬𝙬𝙬, which is like a small, very cozy, nice, colorful place. Yeah, wonderful. And I could feel it's like filled up with people, and it anticipated always, and it was like so great. Every time the feeling afterwards, and I always felt too short and all that. So it just, and then when we had the chance to do this in a theater, 𝚎𝙧𝙧𝙤𝙬 in Stuttgart, on the 3rd of March this year with a little bit more budget. It was great because then we had the idea, let's expand, let's have like a buffet, like with food. Before, with like we had food, Gambian food before. Then we had African open mic night, like in this theater room with nice light, nice atmosphere, and we had like a featured exhibition, Black is Beautiful, in there. Then we had like a after show party in the next room. So it was like the possibilities were there. They just said, hey, do what you want.
Yeah.
And we could could just expand. And so that's how the things develop. And of course, when 3 people are together, then you have completely different ideas and visions.
Yeah, I mean, it's a visionary spark, like you always say, that spark. Someone comes with a spark, another one comes with another spark.
Yes.
You put it together and it gets a bigger one. And like I said, so many, it always takes one person who makes the first step. Or like in your case, different kind of people coming together with different kind of ideas which kind of match and make a bigger picture out of it.
Yes.
And like you said in the commercial break, Nihat, you have so many great ideas, and I mean, we can't share them all on this show, but I really want to know some of your sparkling ideas, what you have in mind to bring to the African community here in Stuttgart. Could you share just a little bit more, dear?
Yeah, of course. For the days, there are different workshops, from dancing workshops, finance workshops. We have workshop about what are my life goals or how to define my life goals, workshop about hair, and a lot of, there are more. I can, that's a list. And different artists will perform or are going to perform from Munich, from Mannheim, from Berlin. There are a lot of people coming. We have also a special guest on Sunday.
Oh, guys, you can't say who it is.
No, I can't say it. So you will know it on Sunday.
You have to come, guys.
Yeah, we will publish it on Instagram on Sunday on the Recollect page and Recollect Collective. And there you can check it out. It's very cool. He's from Stuttgart. He's very famous.
Kanita, maybe we know him.
Hip hop.
Guessing game can start.
So now you can start guessing.
I have like 4 people in my head.
Don't say names.
Yeah, don't say names.
I know some rappers, right? You do know that. I know some rappers here in Stuttgart, so I'm going to make some calls tonight. That's for sure.
Yeah, and we also have nice food, nice drinks, and art exhibitions. And we also have a safer space, like the event is a safe space, but we also have another room. When something has happened, you can come to people, they have a sign on their shirt, and then you go to another place, to a quiet place, quiet room, and then you have the opportunity to talk to understandable people or people who understand you. And I think the 3 days are crazy, amazing. And to Friday, to the African Open Mic, I also like to add, last time I was the first time in my life there, because I came to Stuttgart, I moved to Stuttgart, and the energy, the vibe in the room is not defined. I can't define the energy, or there are no words. So that's very crazy, because of the energy, I get the motivation or the mood, the courage to go on stage. And it was my first time in life where I tell one of my poetry, and only because of the energy. So the energy is, you don't have to miss it. It's like, it's a very crazy, amazing, wonderful, I don't have words, vibe in this room.
Okay, guys, if that doesn't convince you, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So to all the African community here in Stuttgart or nearby, if you have the possibility to be there, next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have, I don't want to repeat what the ladies say, but I should. We have spoken word, we have poetry, we have music, we have dance performances, we also have workshops about finances, hairdos, life goals, everything. You get all set up on that weekend. Your life will be changed, and the energy is amazing. That's what I understood, right?
Yes, you mixed it all together, but it's fine. People should research and find out what we're publishing.
Yeah.
Because it's like this African open mic, that's just one part, and all the other parts will happen on Saturday and Sunday, which, you should be interested in all of them. So,
of course.
But I just wanted to add, like when you're an artist, so the dancing, we only had once. But I encourage also dancers to come and have their 5 minutes of dance or 3.
Okay,
or
Beto Cisco, you heard that?
Yes.
Shout out to your dance class.
Or we also had someone sometimes reading a few pages of his book that he's writing.
Yeah.
Or, sometimes we have a small speech about some activism, about a group maybe. And yes, of course, I would encourage also instruments. Of course, you can bring your playback, but sing, speak. But important, I find it great if someone really presents something they created themselves. You can even bring a picture that you painted and show it and talk about it.
Yeah.
For example. So I want to open the space, Yes.
That sounds beautiful, and I hope everyone who listens to this right now feels inspired. Maybe even if you are not brave enough to get on stage, get on that Instagram account, read everything you can read about that event, and if it's something for you, if you feel the event is speaking to you and you should be there, get in contact with these amazing ladies, because I'm pretty sure that it's really, really worth it. And I'm really grateful that you girls took the time. Do you have something to say?
Yes, I have something to say.
Sure.
Because it's also very important for us, or we would be very happy that you just register yourself. You can get the cards, the tickets then on the evening, but that will be also a nice thing to see. You people sign up there, just...
Yeah, and I've already been on your Instagram account. Of course, I did my homework. And tickets are already available, €10 a piece, right?
Yes, on the evening, if you don't register, by the way, it's €15. So it's also another thing, And
we all have to save some money. Electricity in Germany gets more expensive and more expensive every year, so... Be smart, guys, and register already. €10 for the ticket, 15 if you just drop in the night of the happening. But thank you. I don't want to wrap you up, but do you still have something to say?
I have only one thing to say. I like to say, first of all, thank you that we can be here.
Of course.
And I also like to say thank you to everyone who helps me right now. It's like... Can I call all the names?
Yeah, of course.
It's Martha with an H, it's Martha without an H, it's Julie, it's Naemi, and we are a big team. It's also Binyam, it's also Nomi, and we are all of us doing this together, and we are a big team, and we have the back of each other, and it's nice to have a community like this, and I like to highlight it and send big love and hugs to them.
And of course, big love from Radio R as well. I always get a bit emotional when I hear that people are sticking together so intensively for a good thing. And like I always like to stress out, Radio R really stands for that, for love and also supporting each other. And I'm really grateful that you guys were here and sharing your whole visions, your ideas about the event, and that I could represent you here in my show, of course. And if there's something that Radio R can do for you and also for your organizations and also events, the upcoming events, just let us know. We are always glad to help and do something for the good thing, for the bigger picture, Thank you so much for your time, ladies.
That's great.
All the best from the heart. I mean it.
Thanks to you as well.
Yeah, thank you. You're really, really welcome. And guys, I have one more song left, and this is 𝙀𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬 and Mashu with Mina Nawe, the hottest beats in Amapiano. Just a little bit more to stick to the genre of this week's Jazz Edition show. I'm filled with love right now because this is really an amazing project, and I'm really happy that we could talk about it today with Nihat and Malaika. And yeah, there's not much more to say. Let's end the show with some good music. That's what we love to do here on the Jazz Edition show with 𝙀𝙬𝙬𝙬 and Mashuru and Mina Nawe. Here we go.
This is Radio Ara,
This is Radio Ara.
home of African music.